Phase 7 was becoming popular in America, getting a band together and coming over here when I least expected it, playing to a club which held 300 people, and becoming a national hero in England because I played this club. We sort of broke from playing a 300-seater club, which was ludicrous. Quite unexpected. That was a complete shock. The things that always seem to happen are always when you least expect them, which is nice. That's why I like this industry, because you're never certain about anything. The Elton John album, the Empty Sky album, Tumbleweed, all those songs, well, because we were living in the same apartment, I would go into another room. We would never collaborate at the piano, but at least we'd be in the same place and I could play him a song before we ever recorded it. Now he sends me lyrics or gives me lyrics, and he never hears them until they're recorded, from the Honky Chateau album onwards. So it's been that way. In fact, he never comes to recording sessions because there's nothing for him to do. And then that comes the hard part, maintaining. We put out, I think, about 12 albums in 6 years. The danger signs are up, so I mean, you always have to be one step ahead of everyone else. You have to know, you have to follow I've always followed what's down in my stomach, and you know what's right. And there was time for a change, and up to that point we were 3 people on stage, Nigel, Dee and myself, and we had to, at that point I knew I had to change and go in a bit of a different direction and add Davey. So that's the beginning of phase 7, I think, adding Someone After a Madman across the water. I think that phase has lasted us up to the present day.
Good evening, how are you tonight? Very well. Good. Mom is getting back.
Again, we're at a crossroads, because after Yellow Brick Road came out, which I thought was a pretty good album for a double album, it's very hard to make good double albums, and then we followed it with Caribou, which was a weaker album.
Give her a medium or something, give her a best.
It's like when we release a single, we'll release something out of left field, like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and then follow it up with Philadelphia Freedom. I like to take gambles, because I like to see what goes and what doesn't go, and that's, as I say, it's the fun of not knowing. People say, well, you can put out anything and it'll be a hit. It's not true. People won't buy garbage. Or if they do buy garbage, the next time you put something out, they'll think, well, I got burnt once, perhaps I won't do it again. So you have to be on your toes, and it's always interesting to see what people like and don't like.
Why don't you open a door or two?
You know when the time is right to change. At least I do. I just follow what's inside me. You start writing a song. Some days you get an idea and you think, oh God, I can just go and sit on the piano and write a song, and it comes out. Either you go for weeks and months, and then something will hit you. And if I got lyrics on the piano, I'll write a song.
Is there any normal amount of time it normally takes you to write a song?
Usually about 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
If I haven't written it by 30 minutes, if I haven't got something going, like a good chord sequence, I'll give it up and come back later. Give it up and come back another day. I've just written one song called Chameleon, which I wrote actually for the Beach Boys. Whether they'll do it or not, I don't know. But that took me 6 months. That's the unique song for me. I got one line in Denver, 2 lines in Hawaii, which is the way most writers usually work. You know, they get odd lines from something, like to get stuck into one thing.
What have I done?
Okay.
Nate, if you can't load the camera.
Get over there.
Nate, how many years have you been loading the camera?
There, it worked. It did. Thank you.
Biggest fear now?
I don't have any fears, apart from flying. I don't like flying very much. I don't have any fears. I've been accused of sort of selling out and becoming commercial and popular. That's no fault of mine. I've always, from that day that Steve Brown said, write something from the, that you feel, I've always done that, and we're really lucky. In fact, it's mind-boggling and quite amusing, but it seems to get bigger and bigger.